She wasn't supposed to go upstairs. I told her that. But she never listened to me. She was always so strong. Cried a lot after that. Cried for her. Cried for me. Because I didn't go with her. I didn't know what was going to happen. And I'll always wonder, what would have happened if I had come with her? I was sitting on the fireplace. Fire escape when they found him. An army of the local men, and they were carrying him above their head. And he was squirming like a rat. Like a fucking rat caught in a corner by hungry cats. And then they took him to the playground and put him in the sandbox. They were all standing around him, screaming at him. You couldn't even hear what they were saying. I closed my eyes for a moment. When I opened them up, he was buried in the sand. They were holding him down, and they were throwing sand in his face. There was sand in his eyes, and he was screaming. And they threw sand in his mouth, and screaming stopped. He was throwing up blood and sand. I smiled because I knew in that moment there was a God. Because this was justice. And they picked him up and they tied him to Daddy's Plymouth Volant. Daddy bought that car the day I was born. Anita, a couple of months later. That car, it was us. It was the same age as we were, 8 years old. She was so strong for 8 years old. Stronger than all of us. Stronger even than Daddy. And they dragged him through the streets that we knew so well. The streets we played in. The streets where he watched us and he hatched his plan. I wanted that car to go up to the top of the building and fly like Anita did. I wanted him to get scraped up like he scraped up Anita. I wanted to take his hands and rip out his guts and stab his balls and rip him and tear him like he stirred up Anita. He tore off her clothes with his teeth. His teeth, and they were sharp and yellow, and they were like gold. But now they were covered in sand, and blood. And they looked right. The way they should look. We don't go to that sandbox anymore.